Yo, what up guys, it's your boy Sontj here to review Dragon Ball Super 86 for Fist Cross for the first time, Android 17 vs Son Goku. And this has started a lot of fire with the power scaling community because pretty much every episode of Dragon Ball Super pisses off the Dragon Ball fan base and people are not really appreciating the episodes anymore or the storytelling. People are just getting pissed off of the fact anyone's competing with Super Saiyan Blue. But before I go into more detail about this episode, Metro, play my intro! Now, I know this review is coming out a little bit late, but I was busy having a little fun with my friend Kendall and just trying to, figure out what I want to do with my YouTube channel and make sure I'm having fun while making videos and you guys enjoying it, making videos that you guys want to watch. So I might give up the Attack on Titan and the My Hero Academia reviews if y'all guys are just not watching them. Anyway, so this episode is really focused on just the hype of Android 17 and also letting us know that this is in between the time skip before the end of Dragon Ball Z, just pretty much letting us know that, hey, we still remember what's going on. The episode begins with Dende helping Goku find where Android 17 is, and Dende hyping up Android 17 saying, you're lucky that he's not our enemy. And we get a lot of flashbacks with using Dragon Ball Z Kai, with Goku using the Spirit Bomb against Kid Buu, and just the fight scenes with Android 17 and him fighting in Perfect Cell. So we get a lot of scenes just showing that Dragon Ball Z Kai is canon to Dragon Ball Super. And we just get some more information that Oob is out there, and pretty much we figured out why Goku wants to train Oob at the end of Z, because Dende pretty much told him you need to train him and teach him what's going on. And we pretty much already know that they're going to win the tournament or figure out a way to get out of it, because that has to happen later on down the road. And it's just kind of cool seeing that they remember Oob, and just pretty much that we get more information and just more motivation why Goku would want to train Oob, because Oob has to be really powerful to compete with Goku is down the road, or just Goku's really suppressing himself, by the way. But yeah, Goku eventually goes down to meet Android 17, and we get to see Android 17 kicking ass. And also, this episode is mostly animated, and the art is by Naoki Taite. I'll go into more detail how Naoki Taite animated this episode and just the art and animation. But yeah, we just see Android 17 pretty much being the park ranger. And it's kind of cool because for years we've been getting, information about Android 18 and Android 17's backstory with just Akira Toriyama in just interviews, Lapis Lazuli and Android 16, and just pretty much a bunch of information that was not in the anime, a lot of backstory. And this episode really actually shows it. It's really cool to see that everything Akira Toriyama said all these years in these interviews are being validated. With Android 17 being married, having 3 children, 2 adopted, 1 is his. I wonder if they're going to go into the whole Lapis and Lazuli, his real name and stuff. But it's pretty much this entire episode. It's kind of like a Take Care of Nature episode. But we just get to see the interactions between Android 17 and Goku from them meeting for the first time, because Android 17 knows Goku's voice, but he never got to meet him because right before he did, he was absorbed by Imperfect Cell. And we just get to see that pretty much Android 17 lives up to the hype of his power, because Goku's saying like, yo, you look pretty powerful, let's fight, and Goku goes Super Saiyan. Now, I already done a whole power scaling discussion, y'all can check out the video, but usually when Goku goes Super Saiyan and then he goes Super Saiyan Blue, that Super Saiyan is him going at least all out, like Super Saiyan beyond God. So, I don't know, man, because this episode is implying Goku suppressed himself, but Android 17 is suppressing himself as well. They have an amazing battle in this episode, but the problem I have with this fight is that Naoki Taite is a great animator, but the stuff he did here was a little bit too dynamic for the human body. Like, they was doing some wacky stuff. Don't get me wrong, the art, the animation was fantastic. Just the beauty of the ocean, the background is amazing, but how the body was moving and just some aspects of it wasn't that great in this episode. I love Naoki Taite. He's one of my favorite animators in Dragon Ball Super, but this episode's animation was dynamic but wacky. And Goku eventually goes Super Saiyan Blue, and yet again, the art was kind of weird with the beams and how the Kamehamehas was looking, but they battle, right? And pretty much Android 17 is holding his own. This is not the same where Goku was fighting Krillin, where he was completely suppressing himself and Krillin was only holding his own because of the tournament rules and that he was keeping his distance and Goku was heavily suppressing himself. No, both of these guys were holding back, and you could tell Android 17 wasn't breaking a sweat. Even though he's an android, when he was fighting Piccolo, you could tell that even though he had unlimited ki, he was wearing down. And this, he looked like he wasn't like even showing anything really. So this puts him on par with current Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And I know a lot of people are gonna be mad, but remember Frieza, like a star level, like a large planet level. Actually, no, he's star level. Like a star level opponent was way weaker than Android 17 was in the Cell Saga, and he trained for a couple months, and he became Golden Frieza, and it was on par with. Actually, he was above Super Saiyan Blue Goku back then, the Resurrection F Saga, but he had weaker stamina. This Android 17 was way more powerful than that Frieza, and he's had years of training. Years of it, and we never seen what an android could do if they fully trained. Android 18 trained, but she trained with Krillin and never really reached a full potential. Android 17 has been protecting this island for years upon years, and just them not even training was way above Super Saiyans in the Android Saga. They demolished Super Saiyans back then, so they never had to train. It was pretty much like prodigies, like Frieza was when he was a prodigy. So before people start getting, full bullshit on this, just remind you, they was prodigies without even training, and Akira Toriyama already confirmed that they still know how to control ki, so they can train. So if Frieza can train for a few months and became a Super Saiyan Blue level, then of course someone else way more powerful than Frieza and had the same amount of just prodigy level aspects, if they train for multiple years, can reach a certain level. I don't know if Android 17 going full out can handle Super Saiyan Blue Goku going full out, but if these guys are both like, just pretty much holding their own and both holding back, I gotta say that this puts them on that level. Just my opinion. But yeah, this episode is just pretty much telling us that Android 17 is nothing to be fucked with. And just the entire episode is mostly about protecting nature and Goku and Android 17 teaming up and how they interact between each other. And the episode pretty much ends off with Android 17 saying that I just want to protect my this nature and everything about it. But Goku eventually tells him, because Gohan told Goku to never tell what's going on because people will freak out. But Goku, this is the third person he tells what was really happening, and that he told him that the universe would be destroyed. But Android 17 says, well, if everything's going to be destroyed, I guess that's fine. So his motivation is kind of weird. I think they just use this as an excuse to draw out the Android 17 and Goku episodes for at least 2 episodes. But that's where it ends, and we get a preview for episode 87, and it's this whole spaceship of people trying to take poachers. It's kind of wacky, man. It's probably people from Universe 11, but that's just pretty much part 2 of the Android 17 and Goku adventures. So yeah, man, I really enjoyed this episode. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Amazing. The art and animation was really beautiful, and just seeing the interaction between Android 17 and Goku, and seeing how powerful Android 17 is now is great. The main negatives of this episode is just that it's kind of hard to believe for some people how powerful Android 17 is. For me, it's not the biggest deal. It's just a lot of people are really focusing too much on the power scaling and not really enjoying the episodes anymore, and not really enjoying the show. And I feel like if Dragon Ball Z came out today, people will just not care about Dragon Ball Z because they'll focus too much on the power scaling. The only problem I have with this episode is just the fighting was a little too wacky in how their bodies were moving. It was, I don't know, I just felt like it was just a little too much animation there, but overall it's a very beautiful episode. You can tell Naoki Taite had a lot of time to do this episode. I just felt like he went a little too far with the wackiness of the fight scenes. Also, I had a few more ideas that I forgot while making the review, my apologies, but I gotta say a few negatives I do have though is that I feel like Toei really just doesn't want a Goku or anyone using Super Saiyan 2 or 3, and I have kind of a theory about that because pretty much I think Super Saiyan Blue is more marketable. That's why Goku keeps using Super Saiyan Blue, and don't get me wrong, Super Saiyan Blue is probably my favorite Super Saiyan form next to the original one. I kind of just think they're kind of overusing it at this point. Probably Goku should have used Super Saiyan 3 against Krillin or just something just to show that he could still use more powers. Either that they're trying to show that Goku uses his full power Super Saiyan Beyond God form when he goes Super Saiyan, then he goes Super Saiyan Blue, or the fact that I think it's just too hard for them to keep animating Super Saiyan 3 because there's so much goddamn hair, and I think it's just so much easier for him to just, hey, just change his hair color and put that awesome aura in. That's my only negative in. It's just that I feel like the more they keep using Super Saiyan Blue, the more it loses its pizzazzness. And I know I've complained about Super 17 and Dragon Ball GT and stuff like that, because I know a lot of people are gonna get on to me. You bitched about Android 17 and Dragon Ball GT. Why are you not bitching about Android 17 and Dragon Ball Super? Because in Dragon Ball Super, there's a precedent of showing that people can get really strong really fast in this show. In Dragon Ball GT, it was pretty much the Goku show, and just everyone that wasn't Super Saiyan 4 and above were bitch tier. In the way Dragon Ball GT did Android 17, they never had Android 17 training, none of that shit. He was just a park ranger. Then when Hellfighter 17 came in, they just wrecked shit because they just had, like, there was no explaining. There was no, they were training or anything. They just had him be more powerful than everyone else for no reason. Then when they fused, they was automatically Super Saiyan 4 level. So I feel like the way they handled it in GT was way more fucked up. In Dragon Ball Super, they at least have a precedent of people that are just like training hard as possible that can reach God tiers. In GT, Frieza wasn't worth shit compared to Goku, and Cell wasn't worth shit. So like, there was no precedent in GT. In Dragon Ball Super, there's precedent of people that train really hard. Bro, Vegeta went Super Saiyan Blue level after you trained really hard with Whis. And mind you, that was with Whis that really helped him out. But I'm just saying, Android 17 and just androids in general have never been shown to reach their full potential through training. And without even training, they was above Super Saiyans at that level. So I'm just saying, give it a chance and see how you feel about it. But yet again, some people are just gonna be mad at me in general defending this at all. But yep, just wanted to add that in. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this episode. My apologies for this review coming out later than usual. I was just very busy today, and I just gotta, try to figure out where I'm going with my channel. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want me to make a how strong is Android 17 video explaining how I feel about it? And let me know what y'all guys' suggestions. Let's try to get this video to at least 20 likes. Please share with your friends. Please subscribe. And yeah, man, Sontj out. Peace. Love you all.